because I don't want to break anything. Yeah, they're very smooth pushing fit. They don't click or anything like that, but they should be very snug once fitted, and that's how that's looking. Now I'm going to have to get my fibre cloth to clean that off, get all my mucky fingerprints off it. Well, that's how that's looking at the end of instruction 3. And now for instruction 5, we want to put the oil filler cap 5F just in that part there. Now you can see here like a D shape, so it only goes in one way into the D shape hole. Just line that up, push that in, and there we have the filler, the oil filler cap 5F in the top. And this is the right engine block. I've got some parts here, which is 6B, that's the right engine block support. That's also metal. How it needs to go is like that. So as that come out, now it's stuck in, that's cool. And then we'll put that CM screw in there to hold that in place. What we need to do is position it on there like so. And we're going to turn it over and now screw 4 AP screws to there. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're well. Today I'm building more of the Fast and Furious Toyota Supra Mark IV, and we've got issues 6 and 7. There's the mags, there's the parts, and also in this issue, guys, this pack, we've got our first binder, which you all know how these look and how they work. So I'm not going to bother building out for you, but that's the front of it, that's the back of it. If you haven't done so already, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share, press that bell notification. You'll always get notified every time I put either this build up or any other build on the channel. So without further ado, let's crack on with the Toyota Supra from Fanhome. Okay then, guys, so let's crack on with 6 and 7 of the Fast and Furious Toyota Supra. As I said, we've got a binder. I'm not going to bother building that, guys. You know what these look like by now. But again, there's the front, there's the back, so we can put all our magazines in each of these binders. Pretty cool to keep them safe. And then we've got these 2 issues today, which we're doing, and the parts. So we'll start off with issue 6, and let's take a quick look through the magazine before we crack on with this week's video. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like the next week, guys. I'm going away for the week this coming Friday as I'm talking now. I'm going to try and get a few videos in the bag, so if you do see some videos the next week, obviously I've managed to do that. If not, it might be a bit of a sketchy week next week. Well, no, I've been a bit sketchy for the last couple of weeks getting videos done, but hey, right, this is what we're doing in this issue, engine block part 2. So as you can see, we'll go through these parts in a minute. Got more of the engine block, and this is what it's going to entail in this issue. Doesn't look too strenuous today, guys, but at the end of this issue, the first part of the video, that's going to be the finished result. So let's get the parts over and see what we've got. here's the pack. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to having a break, to be fair. I just can't wait. It's going to be good. Bit of time away from the normal routine. Here's the parts, guys. Most of this looks metal, so let's get these out. And also, guys, I have got a video which I've done of the Ducati 1299, so that's in the bank. That's YouTube slang, to be fair, guys, so I've got that ready to put out. Hopefully the 1299 will be coming back to the channel very, very soon. So these are the parts. These are metal, as you can see. I've just turned in my magazine over, guys, so I can tell you what parts, the exact names for them. So we've got 6A, and this is the right engine block. I've got some parts here, which is 6B, that's the right engine block support. That's also metal. And then we've got 6C, and that is the right support mounting. Here it looks like the sump 6D, the crankcase bottom there, that's plastic. All the rest so far is metal. We've got a selection of screws. We've got 6G here, and that is the right engine block inner support. We've got this big piece here, which is metal, 6F, and that is the crankcase top. And as I say, oh, what's this little thing here? That's 6C. That is the crankcase cap. Got to be careful not to lose that, guys. Very small part. We've got some CM screws, which, a bit naughty, already open. Hopefully we only need 2. I'm sure I've got some CM screws somewhere. AM screws and AP screws. So let's crack on and get on to the first instruction. Right, so first of all, we need to take this piece, and as looking at it, guys, it needs to be looking like that with these circles at the top. And what we need to do is take 6C, which is this part here. Now you've got 2 little lugs there, as you can see, and what it's saying to do is push them into the engine block. So you've got 3 on the top there, and you've got 2 diagonal ones there. So I'm just looking at the minute how it needs to go is like that. Just do a little dry fit first. That's how you want it. What you want, that little indent pushing downwards, and that's because in the next instruction we're fitting this part, and there you can see a little lug, and that's how that'll go in like that. So I'm happy with that, so I'm going to push that in. No glues needed. That's instruction 1. And instruction 2, we're taking 6B, which is the support. It goes in there like that. And then what we're going to do is turn that over and screw a CM screw into there to attach that. So I'll just get a CM screw out. There we go. Get a screwdriver, what's any good. There we go, that'll do. So as that come out now, it's tucked in, that's cool. And then we'll put that CM screw in there to hold that in place. So yeah, screw into metal so you can do that nice and tight. There you go, that's how that's looking. At the end of instruction 3. So we've gone all through 3 instructions straight away. I'm going to tighten that a bit more if it'll go, because it's still got a bit of play in it. There we go, that's beautiful. Don't the engine block loose, do we? Now that's mega tight. And now we're going to move on to instruction 4. So instruction 4, we need to take this piece here, the crankcase bottom, and what we're going to do is we look at this piece of this hole here. I'm just going to turn it my way so I can see what I'm doing. And we've got to take this fine little 6E piece, which is the crankcase cap. Now this is very tiny, guys, so you've got to be careful not to lose this anywhere. So I'll just get that out on the palm of my hand. Don't want to come out. There we go. And we're going to push that into the little hole just there. Easier said than done. It's alright getting it into the hole, but it's just pushing onto it and not flicking it across the room. That's the only thing I'm careful not doing. Very, very tiny pieces. We'll get it in. I'll give it that attention to detail. It's pretty cool. Could have already given you this piece already done. See, it will only go in one way, and it's diagonal. So I'll try that way. There we go. All done. Brilliant. It's supposed to be the oil sump plug, basically. So if you've ever done an oil change, guys, you'll know what I mean. That is the plug. Pretty cool though, pretty effective. So that takes us all the way to instruction 5 now, and for that we need to take 6F, which is this piece here. And what we need to do is position it on there like so, and we're going to turn it over and now screw 4 AP screws into there, there and there. So we'll just put that there like that. Get 4 AP screws out. Put what we don't need back in a sec. Yep, as I take a deep breath, guys, I'm really planning on getting back. Well, I say back, I did used to do more videos consistently many months ago. I've got to really try and get back into a routine of consistently getting a video out every day. I know it's a big commitment to do, or even every other day. But we'll see how we get on once we come back off holiday. And there is a new build on the way, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming very soon. And there we go. That is so far what we've done in this issue, all the way to instruction 8, which is basically putting that way round. And then what we're going to do is I'm just looking to get this the right way. It's got to go like that. So it's looking like that, guys. Pretty cool. Look at that. And we're going to attach that with 2 more AM screws. So yeah, we'll get 2 more AM screws. Again, screw into metal. If you do have any issues getting these in, guys, just put a little bit of oil on the end of the screw. But to be fair, it's not too bad for me. I'm doing pretty well, going in pretty easy. So get them nice and tight. It's all done. And that's how that's looking at the end of issue 6. So let's move on swiftly, get the magazine and look at issue 7. So let's straight on to issue 7. Still getting into looking at these mags, how small they are compared to the mags. Don't know whether it's just the thing with this build or that's the future, saving money and all that. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So yeah, this magazine we're doing engine block part 3. Those are the parts which we'll take a look at in a sec. And that is what we're going to be looking at the end of this video today of the block. So here's the parts. Let's get these open. Do you know what? I was like that, be a lot quicker. So we've got the left engine block, that's metal. We've got the right side of the cylinder head, that's also metal. And we've got some more parts here, so that's 7C, that's the thermostat housing, plastic. And we've got 7D here, which is the left engine block support. And we've got this part here, 7E, the left support mounting. And we've got 7F, 7G, which are the starter motor part 1 and 2, that was a plastic. And we've also got some AP screws and CM screws. So let's get into instruction 1. So first of all, we need to take this part here, and again, similar to just at the first part of this video, we've got to put these 2 holes here, the 2 diagonal pins, push that into place like so. That's how that's looking. And then we're going to take this part here, which is 7D. Again, you've got like a little bit sticking out there, that'll go into that reservoir there. Just push that into there like that. That's how that's looking. And now we get a CM screw to screw that into place. Yeah, let's get that into place. Screw that in. Yeah, and I think I've got another pack of this coming. It should be arriving the next week. So I'm doing 2 issues here. There will be another issue coming soon, and then obviously another pack with another 6 issues in. So we're going to keep this ongoing, guys, obviously. So yeah, that's at the end of instruction 2. And now for instruction 3, we need to connect these 2 parts together, which is the starter motor. So let's see how this is going to go. Self-explanatory, guys. You've got pins and holes there. Just push those into place like that. Now, that's the wrong way, as you can see. My bad. But I made this mistake, so you don't have to. So make sure, guys, that is the right way around before put those together. So if you put them that way around, you can see they're not flush. So that obviously is the wrong way. So if you want to know if you've gone the right way around before push them together, do a little bit of a dry test fit. Line the holes up, and you can see that is now all going to be flushed and click together. And there we have the starter motor. Now to instruction 4, what I'm going to do is get that like that, and then you've got a hole there and a pin. What you want is the hole at the bottom, so you're pushing that into there like so. And then what we need to do is get an AP screw and screw that into there, so we can put that into place. This part here doesn't look like I'm using today, nor this part, so that'll just be put into a safe place. So yeah, let me just get an AP screw and get this sorted. So you just got to line that up, make sure it's lined up, drop the screw, there you go. And then when you're happy, just screw that in. Making sure that's lined up good. There we go. I think that's okay. Double checking. Yep, that's cool. And that is what we left it with at the end of these 2 issues. Do hope you enjoyed it, guys. Come back next time. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you soon. Take care. And that is it for this time, guys. Please remember to give us a big thumbs up, especially if you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe for more. You will never miss an issue of the Toyota Supra from Fanhome. Today was a pretty cool issue, guys. We're working more on the engine block, so we're building that magnificent engine for the Toyota Supra Mark IV from the Fast and Furious franchise. That is it for now, guys. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.